Kumusta? I'm Avard Joseph and welcome to News and Worthy Recap Weekly Edition number 157. We have thoughts covered since last week, so skip to the chances provided if it piques your interest and subscribe to the channel kasi wala namang masama, di ba? And let's get on with the video. Anong mangyayari kung wala pang isang buwan ang pwesto nyo dyan sa Mayorya? Pero marami nang nanganganib na makulong sa mga kasong korupsyon, crimes against humanity, at iba pang self-inflicted crimes.
Madam President, I would just like to reiterate for the record the proposal to amend Rule 14, Section 41, Senate Session. Section 41C, allow a senator for justifiable reasons to attend and participate in the session through teleconference, video conference, or other reliable forms of remote or electronic means using appropriate information and communication technology. I so move, Madam President.
Naghain si Senator Rodante Marcoleta ng isang mosyon sa Senado para sa pag-aambyenda ng rules para payagan ang virtual presence at online voting basta may quote-unquote justifiable reasons para hindi umattend ng plenary face-to-face. Pero bakit ba nila pinapuwersa na payagan ng online voting basta may quote-unquote justifiable reasons daw? Meron naman ng rule na nagsasabing pwede magkaroon ng online voting at virtual presence kung force majeure, which typically means an act of God/nature or something you cannot control. Hindi ba justifiable reason na yon? Bakit kailangan pa natin magdagdag ng panibagong revision sa rules ng Senado kung naangkop naman na yung force majeure as a qualifier ng online voting at virtual presence? Hindi nga nila ma-define kung ano yung meaning ng justifiable reasons nila. Tapos gusto pa nilang amyendahan yung rules ng Senado.
Madam President, my question is, why is the majority in such a hurry to tackle this motion? This allowing a senator for justifiable reasons to attend and participate in the session through teleconference, whereas in Rule 14, Section 41, under B, it says convene and hold a session through teleconference, video conference, or other reliable forms of remote or electronic means using appropriate informations and communications technology system due to force majeure, Madam President, or the occurrence of a national emergency. I guess, Madam President, this justifiable reason, what is that? Does that fall under force majeure or does it fall under national emergency, Madam President? My question is, why are we in so hurry? Why are they, the majority, in a hurry to tackle this motion and divide the House, Madam President?
Bakit ba nila binabraso, pinupuwersa na magkaroon ng botohan kung tama ba yung mga pinaggagawa nila? Kasi sila ang majority at alam nilang mananalo sila sa lahat ng botohan dahil wala na si Lito Lapid, making the minority na dating 11 ay 10 na lang. 10 senators at majority with 13 senators minus 1 dahil wala si Bato.
You already ruled that it is proper for the plenary to take it up. So may I request or move that if there are any objection, we discuss their objection. Then, Madam Chair, if there's an objection, may I move that we divide the House? Objection. But how do we determine objections in this Senate? We vote. So if there is an objection, they have already explained their position. We have explained our position. I move that we divide the House, Madam Chair. In this democratic institution, when we disagree, we vote. The kind of argument we don't want between the majority and minority, you have your opinion, we respect that, we have our opinion. So how do we resolve that? By voting. Now, if you think we violated the rule, then go to court. But we do not think that we violated the rule. It is very clear. So my point of order, Madam Chair, they're out of order by insisting that there's another rule except for 136. So I move that we vote on it, Madam Chair. We divide the House.
Objection. Objection.
If there's an objection, then we vote. So may we proceed with the vote, Madam President? This is a simple motion, so I move that we divide the House. May I reiterate my motion. Then we can go into the merits and they can try to convince us whether or not we agree. So, Madam Chair, I move that we divide the House.
And the voting will be done via
No
viva
one
voce?
Madam President.
Dahil ba may ugong-ugong na makukulong na yung mga kabaro nila, yung mga kasama nila sa majority.
My question
Madam
is,
Chair.
why are we in so hurry? Why are they, the majority, in a hurry to tackle this motion and divide the House, Madam President? We need answers in the minority.
Madam Chair.
Or is it because, Madam Chair, they're in a hurry because of news reports that probably two of our colleagues might land in jail this weekend? Is that the reason why? Is that the reason why they have to have this inserted, the Section 41C, para makaboto po kung sino man yung makukulong dahil sa announcement ng Ombudsman na may lalabas na po ang warrant ng ilan sa mga kasama natin, Madam President. That is my question, Madam
Madam
President.
Chair,
Tulad nitong mga malamang sa malamang ay makakasuhan at makukulong na. Tulad ni Jinggoy at Villanueva.
It's the price that I have to pay for standing on my own principles and what I believe in. So be it.
Ano po ang advice ng abogado niyo ngayon, sir?
Well, I have to consult my lawyers about it.
Sir, parang sunod-sunod kayo sa minority na nakasuhan.
Majority.
Sa majority na may nakasuhan. Anong basa niyo po?
Kayo nilang bahala manghula.
Politika ba sa tingin niyo, sir?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Anong plano nyo, Sen? Anong plano, Sen?
Tatrabaho pa rin.
Pero tingin nyo, ano to, pangigibir? May
No
pasinumba?
comment. No comment.
Isama mo pa si Marcoleta na kinasuhan dahil sa bibig niyang hindi mapirmi at ayaw na lang tumahimik.
Kababayan natin ang halos hindi makapaniwala kung bakit po tayo nanalo. Meron nga ang isa nga akong broadcaster dyan, hanggang ngayon hindi makamove on, hindi ba? Yun naman hindi ko kinakailan na sinabi ko yun. Nagtaka, takang-taka. Pero sabi ko, nakalimutan po nila na napakarami kong kaibigan.
Okay.
Ang marami po sa inyo ay nasa harap ko ngayon. Nelson, alam mo, mga kaibigan ko, nagbigay sa akin talaga. Alam mo, pakiusap lang nila, isa lang. Tanggapin mo ang tulong namin sa'yo.
Okay.
Congressman ako noon Kong, kami po ay naniniwala na karapat dapat kang makarating sa Senado. Tanggapin mo ang lagang to. Marami sila. Isa lang ang kanilang pakiusap sa akin.
Ano po yun?
Sana wag mo na kaming i-disclose ang identity. Ngayon, kapag ka naglagay ako ng figure sa contribution, mapipilitan akong mag-disclose ng pangalan nila. Alam mo kung bakit? Merong kaakibat na kung tawagin ay deed of acceptance of donation. Paano yun ako? Di pinagtiwalaan nila ako. Meron bang batas, Nelson? Na magsasabi, pipilitin ko silang i-disclose? Bigyan mo ako ng batas. Di maghanap sila. Hindi pwedeng hindi ko gastahin yun. Kaya ganun kalaki yung ginastos ko. Dahil binigay nila sa akin, ipinagkatiwala, dahil sa kagustuhan nila na manalo ako.
Si Bato na isang pugante at tumatakas sa galamay ng ICC,
Go ahead, make my day, Mr. Trillanes! Sabihan mo, sige ka lang, ngak dyan ng ICC. Sige, go ahead. Kahit sumama ka pa, mag-serve ng warrant. Sumama ka, ikaw mismo magpusa sa akin.
Si Robin Padilla na naging obstructionist at tinulungang tumakas si Bato,
Kayo mag-comment kasi kayo ang tanong ng tanong di yun, nakita nyo na lang.
Sir, sabi niyo po last time pag may official investigation, magsasalita na po kayo. Ngayon po may pinalabas na CCTV na magkasunod po kayong lumabas noong May 14. Magkasunod daw po kayong lumabas noong May 14 according dun sa nilabas na CCTV.
Ano pa kailangan sabihin ko doon, nakita nyo na.
So you confirm, sir, na magkasama po kayo noon nung lumabas po siya sa Senado?
Hindi naman AI yun, di ba?
Sir, saan kayo pumunta after?
Saan niyo po natin si Senator Bato?
si Bongo na susunod na rin kay Bato sa ICC.
Pero para lang maliwanag, ito ay baka medyo buwan pa ang binibilang natin. Ito yung pagbabayad or pagiging accountable kasi noong namamayagpag sila, wala silang pakialam sa buhay ng Pilipino. Pero ito na, singilan na ito.
O si Cheese Escudero na katulad ni Romualdez, sasampahan na rin ng kaso ng ombudsman. Buti na lang at medyo malakas na yung minority sa Senado kasi naharang nila over this simple objection. Ang nangyari kasi, nung inihain ni Marcoleta ang motion na yan last week, matapos magkaroon ng kudeta sa Senado, tinagal nila lahat ng mga nakaupo or at least yun yung motion. All elected positions be declared vacant. Ang sabi, yung motion ni Marcoleta, ibigay sa Committee on Rules nung si Alan Peter Cayetano na ang Senate President. Pero may isang problema lang. Dahil walang taong nakalagay at tinanggal lahat ng mga nakaupo sa lahat ng komite, ibig sabihin, walang laman ang Committee on Rules.
This is a parliamentary inquiry. What is the status of the motion introduced by the Honorable Marcoleta last May 11? Thank you, Mr. President. Has the Committee on Rules been constituted? Thank you, Madam President. That is assuming that there was no referral. But in this case, and I'd like to invite the attention of the body to Journal number 62, dated May 11, 2026. So how can the committee properly function in the absence of a committee, of the committee members?
As the Senate President had stated,
let me finish,
there is a
Madam
rule
President.
of a continuing operations of the committee
But they
while
were
the new head
vacated,
has
Madam
not
President. Walang members ang Committee on Rules. So we cannot invoke continuity because we vacated all committees, all positions, including the members. And may I invite you to Section 24 of our rules, Madam President. The committees shall hold meetings to discuss, decide, and submit a report on all matters transmitted to them. This was transmitted to the Committee on Rules. So the committees shall hold, including the Committee on Rules, shall hold meetings to discuss, decide, and submit a report. There's no report, Mr. President or Madam President.
Madam President.
So we're violating our own rules.
So paano gagawa ng aksyon ang Committee on Rules kung walang senador na nakaupo? Well, ang dinahilan naman ni Alan Peter Cayetano ay dahil daw si Joel Villanueva ay acting majority leader aka automatic siyang magiging ex-officio member ng mga komite. Kumbaga siya yung magiging unang committee member ng lahat ng mga komite sa Senado, lalo na at kung wala pang chairman at vice chairperson at mga miyembro na tinatalaga sa bawat komite. Nag-motion si Marcoleta to take up the previous motion na pinadaan sa Committee on Rules, satisfying daw yung one-day requirement at wala naman daw nag-object kaya dapat pagbotohan na at hindi bago yung motion ni Marcoleta. Basically, they're trying to have their cake and eat it too. Dahil una, sinabi nila, ayon sa rules, kailangan ma-discuss yung motion na yon at dahil na-discuss ito noong May 11 as per Senator Lacson, pwede na raw itong pagbotohan. Pero ang objection ni Lacson, pwede pagbotohan kung walang action na ginawa. E noong May 11, they acted on the motion by referring it to the Committee on Rules na walang miyembro. So paano maibibigay or maibabalik or mare-return ng Committee on Rules yung motion ni Marcoleta na mag-aamyenda sana ng rules kung walang miyembro ito naggagawa ng desisyon at magbabalik nito si Joel Villanueva lang? Eh hindi naman tama yung ganon.
The motion of Senator Joel today, his motion today was pursuant to Rule 136 of the rules, a motion to amend the rules, meaning if Joel was no longer the majority leader, if I was the majority leader now, or even an ordinary member, that motion was carried, no one objected that we take it up. Because, Madam Chair, we're bringing it back to plenary. So natural po, walang discussion sa Committee on Rules. Kasi wala naman po sa rules natin na kailangan i-discuss sa Committee on Rules. We did that on May 11 so that everyone will have an opportunity to study the rule. It's a very simple amendment. So we should go to the discussion of the amendment if anyone is objecting to the amendment. But definitely, the right to propose an amendment is a right guaranteed by our rules. Senator Marcoleta has an amendment. We should go to discussing the merits or demerits of having that rule. You already ruled that it is proper for the plenary to take it up. So may I request or move that we, if there are any objection, we discuss their objection.
First of all, nasa Committee on Rules pa rin siya as far as we are concerned. Kasi nga walang laman yung Committee on Rules. Ibig sabihin walang tao na magbibigay ulit sa plenaryo, sa floor, para pagbotohan yung isang Committee on Rules na gustong i-introduce ni Marcoleta. Required nga na kailangan one day na pagdebatihan at pag-usapan bago pagbotohan. Bago nga yung motion mo. Or at the very least, as far as the Senate is concerned, panibagong motion ito. Hindi ito katulad ng motion or hindi ito nire-revive o kinukuha yung motion mo last week nung wala pang tao sa Committee on Rules. And even now, walang tao sa Committee on Rules. So you better constitute the Committee on Rules first bago nila maibalik sa Senado yung motion ni Marcoleta so that they can vote on it. Medya pa nga itong si Marcoleta matapos segunda ni Hontiveros at marami pang mga senador si Pangilinan dahil yung unang motion niya last week ay ibinigay sa Committee on Rules. Ang sabi ni Marcoleta, ayan daw ang mahirap kapag walang legal background.
I'm objecting. That's the effect of my manifestation, Madam President. I'm objecting because I'm invoking Section 24 of our rules. And as I read into the records, the journal of May 11, 2026, na-refer po ito sa Committee on Rules. And there was no discussion. Action was taken actually by this body.
Yes, interjection, Madam President.
Yes, Minority Leader, Senator Soto.
We will have to support that resolution or thinking of Senator Lacson, which is we did not constitute the Committee on Rules. So what are we discussing right now? I suggest that we constitute the Committee on Rules and discuss it there. How do I know this? Ako minority leader hindi ako member ng rules. Ex officio Tumawag ba? Hindi. Ano to? Binabraso?
Point of order, Madam Chairman.
We are several members of the minority here, and only Senator Lacson has spoken. Why are we railroading this process, Mr. President? I have a number of issues that I'd like to raise regarding this motion, Mr. President. They are citing Section 136, assuming, for the sake of argument, that their position is correct. The second paragraph, Mr. President, says the rules may also be amended by means of a motion, which should be presented at least one day before its consideration. We submit, Mr. President, that the earlier motion that was entered or was referred to the Committee on Rules. This is a new motion, Mr. President, and therefore we have to take consideration of the one-day requirement before we can act on it, Mr. President. And that should be, if not tomorrow, because we don't have any session tomorrow, that should be on Monday, Mr. President.
Gusto ko pong segundahan yung sinabi ni Senator Pangilinan. Bagong motion ito, Madam President. Bakit po? Sa ilalim ng Section 24, ni-refer yung unang mosyong binanggit ni Senator Marcoleta noon sa Committee on Rules. Ngayon kung sasabihin na ibinalik yung mosyong iyon, yung unang mosyon ni Senator Marcoleta sa plenary, sino ang gumawa nun? Dapat ang Committee on Rules. Na-initiate na po ang prosesong iyon alinsunod sa Section 24. Hindi pa nga po nako-constitute ang Committee on Rules. Wala pa nga pong minority contingent sa Committee on Rules. So wala pang body na pwedeng ibalik yung unang mosyon ni Senator Marcoleta sa plenary. And tama si Senator Pangilinan, sa Lunes pa po yun, Madam President. Salamat, Madam President.
Madam President, without giving meaning to anything, ito
Senator
pong
Marcoleta.
mahirap kasi kung wala po tayong legal background dito. Kaya sinasabi ko na nga po, hindi po bagong motion ito eh. Hindi siya bagong motion. Kasasabi ko lang po, May 11, minub ko na po ito
Madam
eh. Sino po
President,
magsasabi na bagong motion?
point of order.
Inalmahan naman ng minority itong sinabi ni Marcoleta na yan ang mahirap kapag walang legal background.
Hindi siya bagong motion. Kasasabi ko lang po, May 11, minub ko na po ito
Madam
eh. Sino po
President,
magsasabi na bagong motion?
point of order. Ad hominem.
Sinasabi ko lamang po, ang
Hindi,
sinasabi
Madam
ko lang,
President,
kanina ko po sinasabi.
Hindi po tama yun.
Section
Sasabihin yung kasama
136.
niya
Pwede po
ay
ba?
walang
Session is
kinalaman,
suspended.
Pwede po
walang
bang
alam sa
pagbigyan?
batas.
Ate ko, ikaw nga may legal background aka you're a fucking lawyer. Pero you admitted to an election offense. At di ba 4 lang kayong lawyer dyan sa majority? So Lucas talking, sino ba yung mga nasa poder mo? Mga neophyte, yung mga wala namang masyadong ginawa, yung mga artista, yung mga PNP chief na to be honest, hanggang ngayon wala pa rin ginagawa. In the end, the minority did something spectacular dahil alam nila na kapag pinilit ang botohan, matatalo sila dahil hindi naman makikinig sa kanilang argumento ang kahit kanino sa mayorya. Nag-walkout sila led by former Senate President Mig Zubiri. Kasi nga, this is a sham. Pero, they have something up their sleeves.
Mamadali, bakit, can be discussed in the actual motion. Can be discussed after the motion whether we should take it up. We take offense that bibigyan niya ng ganyang kulay. It's just like us saying, are you afraid if we have the hearing on the Blue Ribbon on flood control, mabanggit ka rin? You do not make that kind of statements here in the Senate because you assume good faith from everyone. That rule hindi minadali. May 11 pa ho yun. So Madam Chair, I move that we divide the House.
Nang nagsealisa na silang lahat, naiwan si Soto for a very simple reason. To move for a roll call, basically attendance or checking of the quorum. Dahil less than 13 people ang nasa loob ng Senate plenary, there is no quorum, which means walang pwedeng mangyari sa loob ng Senado. Kasi let's count, 11 ang nasa minority. Samantalang ang nasa majority, 13 katao. Tanggalin mo si Bato, 12 na lang sila. So, less than 13 people na ang nasa loob ng Senate plenary. Ibig sabihin, there is no quorum, which means walang pwedeng mangyari sa loob ng Senado, whether that be voting or anything in particular. Kasi kailangan mo ng quorum, which means kailangan mo ng more than half or 50% plus 1 na katao sa isang institusyon. Or the very least, depende sa kung ano yung ibig sabihin nila when they say a quorum.
And the voting will be done via viva voce.
Madam President,
Minority Leader.
I move to adjourn or a quorum call. That is a higher precedence, Madam President.
So I only see the Minority Leader representing the minority. The others had left.
Nag-object pa nga si Marcoleta pero naswalpal siya ni Tito Soto by saying, "Akala ko ba magaling ka sa rules? The motion to adjourn takes precedence over everything."
So we will not object, Madam Chair. In fact, we move that we adjourn till 5 p.m.
Madam President,
Monday.
before that,
Madam
Before we
President,
adjourn.
motion to adjourn is
Senate
not
President.
debatable. Akala ko ba magaling sa rules?
We're not
Parliamentary
debating.
It's not
We're not
debatable,
debating
Madam
minority
President.
debate.
Move to adjourn.
We're not debating, Madam
and we
Chair.
will indeed adjourn.
Parliamentary inquiry.
Yes, Senator Marcoleta.
Nung pong nagsimula tayo, Madam, meron po ba tayong quorum?
We had a quorum, yes.
Yes, Madam President. Kapag ka po ba nag-walkout ang minority, nawawala po yung quorum? Nagsimula po tayong may quorum. It doesn't matter if they walk out.
Yes,
I think we still have the quorum.
Madam President, once there is a quorum call, you have to call the roll. Kahit present lahat o kulang kanina o there was a motion to dispense, whatever that is.
Not
A
upon a
quorum
situation,
call,
Madam President, when
motion
they
motion to
readily
adjourn
and willingly walk out.
takes precedence.
Hindi po yung covered ng rule natin, Madam President.
Madam
Kung
President.
sakasakali
As
po,
reiterated by the Senate President and as conveyed by the Minority Leader, former Senate President, the rule states that the motion to adjourn takes precedence. I'm not taking sides.
5 p.m. Monday
And we will adjourn session
until 5
until
p.m.
5 p.m.
Monday.
on Monday, June 1st, 2026.
So, you better check your language, lil bro. Kasi kahit na ikaw ay lawyer, si Soto has been there since time immemorial. Siya ay naging Senate President since time immemorial. And I don't even like the fact na I'm gassing up Soto at Tulfo at Lapid. Pero the way it is going, they deserve those praise kasi nga they are essentially being very effective at their job by protecting the sanctity and the integrity of the Senate as an institution, something the majority clearly lacks their foresight. Anong gagawin mo para makalusot yung video na present mong alam mong walang bigat, walang substance, na akala mo makakalusot habang sinisiraan mo yung mga kabaro mong senador and you think they would just take it lying down, lalo na yung mga unsubstantiated claims na pinagsasabi at pinapangalandakan mo sa loob at records ng Senado. In the guise of your personal and collective privilege regarding the concerns ng mga tao regarding the constitutional amendment na wala man lang sa horizon ng kahit sinong Pilipino. Kumbaga wala naman nag-question na magkakaroon o mawawalan ng eleksyon sa 2028. It's just you.
Kung sasabihin kasinungalingan ang sinabi ko ngayon at ang pinalabas, hinihikayat ko ang mga senador ngayon sa ating bulwagan. Ipangako natin sa taong bayan na may eleksyon sa 2028 mula sa presidential hanggang sa lokal. At Madam President, magiging masaya akong mapatunayan na mali ako dahil ibig sabihin nun mananalo ang tama. In the interest of time and that this chamber may proceed with its scheduled legislative business, I will not entertain any interpellations at this juncture and would rather allow the facts in the video as well as confronting this nation to resonate fully with this chamber and the Filipino people. I urge this body to look deeply into what we have witnessed today, act with vigilance, courage, and fidelity to the Constitution we swore to defend. Maraming salamat po.
Nagpasabog si Manang Amy Marcos nang sa kanyang privilege speech may ipinalay siyang video ukol sa sinasabi niyang conspiracy ng mga minority centers sa isang chacha o constitutional amendment. Pero of course, they gotta play a defense. Kasi again, marami nagsasabi na ang dahilan kung bakit kinudita si Soto ay para makontrol ang impeachment ni Sara. Sinabi nila na hindi raw dahil sa impeachment ang pagkukudita kay Soto sa Senate presidency, kundi para pigilan ang mga gusto rin mangyari ng dating mayorya sa konstitusyon at hindi mo protektahan ang mga korap na mastermind.
I, Alan Peter Schramm Cayetano, having been elected to the position of Senate President,
hindi nagpalit ng liderato para sa impeachment. Hindi totoong pinapakalat ng mga nabulaga.
Ito this time, medyo nagkabulagan. Kabulagan.
Ang impeachment ay labanan ng numero. Hindi ang mga Duterte aligned ang dapat mangamba, kundi ang mga sa umpisa pa lang ay may hatol na.
Ang sinasabi, sir, ng ibang mga kritiko, itong Senate leadership shake-up ay tungkol lang daw sa impeachment.
Malamang sa malamang ay may basbas ito ni Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano kasi nga pinoprotektahan din siya ni Amy Marcos. The prevailing narratives na nakikita ng tao na ang dahilan kung bakit nagkaroon ng kudita sa Senado ay specifically para protektahan si Bato at para protektahan si VP Sara at makontrol ang impeachment trial.
confirm sa inyo na walang katotohanan na magpapalit ng leadership para itigil yung impeachment. That's just political talk.
The objective apparently was pretty simple ayon sa video. Pigilan ang eleksyon sa darating na 2028 elections.
Inuuna ay politika, impeachment at kung ano-anong propaganda para mabalik ang kontrol sa Senado ng mga nangako na maisakatuparan ang pagpapahaba ng panahon sa kapangyarihan.
Itaas ng 50 years old ang requirement sa pagkapresidente para hindi makatakbo si Sara sa 2028. Alternatively, ibaba raw ito sa 30 to 35 years old dahil kaya raw talunin ni Vico Soto si VP Sara.
Lumutang din ang usapang para hindi makaporma si Inday Sara sa 2028, gawing 50 years old ang edad ng pwedeng tumakbo. Pero nagpanukala rin si Soto na pwedeng gawing 35 years old para kay Vico Soto. Dahil ipagmamayabang niyang kayang talunin ito si Inday Sara.
Meron ako idadagdag maganda, Vicky. Ibaba natin ang edad ng presidente to 35. Magagaling ng bata ngayon eh. Magagaling eh. Ibigay na natin sa mga kabataan na pagpatakbo nitong bansa. Baka puro matino pa mailagay natin.
Baka sabihin nila, Senator Soto, this is to siguro allow your nephew, ba, si Vico, na tumakbo.
Sabi ko na
maging qualify.
Sabi ko na mag-iisip sila ng gano'n. Hindi ko naisip si Vico ron.
Number 4, buwagin ang nationally elected Senate at bumuo ng 30 to 40 plus member regional Senate. Kumbaga, parang pinapalakas lang nito yung mga political dynasties sa bawat rehiyon sa Pilipinas.
Ang eleksyon sa bawat senador ay magiging by region. Nagdiskusyon sila kung 2 o 3 senador per region. Kinompute nila kung mayroong 18 regions, nasa 36 o 54 ang magiging senador.
Pahabain ang termino ng mga congressman.
At para makakuha ng suporta sa Senado at sa Kongreso, ito dapat ang mga nilalaman. Dapat ma-extend ang termino ng mga senador at congressmen na mawawala na sa pwesto by 2028.
Nagkita raw kasi sina then Senate President Tito Soto at Speaker Bogie D. Soler para pag-usapan yung mga plano ng crony ni Bogie D. sa isinusulong na Constitutional Assembly.
Noong April 22 sa Soler, nagkita si Tito Soto at House Speaker D para pag-usapan kung ano ang papakialaman sa 1987 Constitution habang nakaupo si Bongbong Marcos. Kasama ni House Speaker D ay si South Cotabato Congressman Ferdinand Hernandez. Kasama ni Soto ay ang dating Senate Secretary na si Mark Mendoza. Konas ang gusto nilang mode ng charter change.
Muling isinusulong sa Kamara ang charter change o pag-amyenda sa konstitusyon sa pamamagitan ng Constitutional Convention.
Sinugot naman ito ni Tito Soto, saying na totoo daw na nagkaroon ng ganoong pakikipagdiskusyon si Bogie D kay Soto. Pero hindi raw iyon ang main topic nila dahil sila ay golf buddies at they're basically just talking without serious consideration by Soto sa sinabi ng kongresista. Totoo daw na mayroong ganoong pag-uusap or at least kinausap siya ni Bogie D tungkol sa mga gusto niyang gawin sa konstitusyon. Pero hindi nila naisip na tanungin si Soto kung sumang-ayon ba siya sa sinabi ni Bogie D. Na sumang-ayon ba siya, na pumayag ba siya sa mga gustong gawin ni Bogie D.
I would like to take exception of my being mentioned there. Parang lumalabas na parang lahat ng narinig nila or nakikipag-meeting sa akin ang speaker o kung sino pa, parang pumayag ako. Sana tinanong nila yung source nila, pumayag ba ako? Yung mga binabanggit na idea, I did not even mention it to any member of the Senate. Tungkol doon sa mga ideas of, let's say, a regional Senate and all that. Ito mga idea ng mga tao to eh. Di ba? Kung nakikinig ka, narinig mo yung idea, ikaw ba'y sumang-ayon na? Dahil narinig mo? Or, hindi ko sinasabing hindi nangyari. Nangyari. Yung nag-usap kami, nakita kami. As a matter of fact, you will not be surprised. You should not be surprised if I often see Bogie D. Because Bogie D is my golf mate. Ang mga golfing friends namin, every now and then, nagkaka-dinner kami. And during that time, na pinag-uusapan nila yung na binabanggit na nag-meeting daw kami dahil sa chacha. Parang ganun ang dating eh. That's not true. Ang talagang topic namin was the new TW777 of Honma Meres. It's a new set of clubs that Speaker Bogie was telling me that he wanted to buy and asked me if I've tried it already.
Sinabi nga ni Soto na napadaan pa nga si Lacson doon dahil nagkamali ng pagbukas ng pinto. To which, Soto asked Lacson kung gaano ba karami ang mga kwarto sa ginagawang Senate building in a joking manner kasi nga gusto ni Bogie D na maging regional ang Senado at dumami yung mga senador sa bawat probinsya.
Senator Lacson was there. He dropped by because he had the board meeting. Tapos sabi ko, tama-tama, nagkamali siya ng pasok. Andun lang kami. Well, it's not a room. It's just the VIP area that's open, very open. Sabi ni Senator Lacson, anong ginagawa nyo rito? Nagkamali ako ng pasok. Hindi, sabi ko, nagkwentuhan lang kami. Sabi ko, at tinanong ko pa siya, ilan ba yung kwartong pinapagawa sa new Senate building? I even asked him that. Bakit? Sabi niya, why? Ito kang kako, yung mga congressmen gustong gawing regional. Gusto nilang gawing 36 ang mga senador. Sabi ko, tatanong ko kung kakasya ron. We were joking. So yung mga source na nakikinig ng mga kwento, parang they make it sound sinister. Mag-ingat po tayo sa mga ganong kwento.
Sinabi rin ni Soto, and we can confirm it from multiple talks, na sinabi niyang pabor siya sa pag-aamyenda ng konstitusyon kung ang pakay ay ibaba ang age requirements from 40 to 30 or 35. Alam mo, dito yung mga part na medyo lumalayo yung loob ko kay Soto. Kasi nga again, ang pag-aamyenda ng konstitusyon is a slippery slope. Lalo na at nung sinabi niya yung tungkol dun sa judicial overreach regarding Sara Duterte's impeachment. Talagang gusto niyang baguhin yung konstitusyon to serve the fact and make it clear kung ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng forthwith. Kung ano ba ang kailangang gawin ng House of Representatives at Senado kapag nagkaroon ng impeachment complaints at nagkaroon ng endorsement at transfer from one Congress to another. Totoo rin na maraming survey noon ang nagsasabing competitive o magiging malapit ang magiging labanan ni VP Sara at Mayor Vico Soto kung tatakbo ito or makakatakbo ito sa 2028. Kaya nga maraming DDS ang patuloy na nililink ang mga kakampings, dilawan at loyalista sa iisang team para siraan si Vico. Ang sinasabi nila ay Unipink, kain suka or some shit like that. Dahil sa mga survey, mukhang may chance ang matalo ni Vico si Sara. Kaya nga marami ang lumipat from the worship or praise of Vico Soto to Kiko Barsaga, a nepo baby na compared to Vico Soto doesn't compare in anything. Where he cannot compete, where he cannot compare. Now dahil sa walang kakwenta-kwentang video ni Aimee, make Zubiri push to strike it off the record kasi dapat nating tandaan na si Zubiri ang dating Senate President nung nagkaroon ng People's Initiative Chacha bago pa maglaban ng tahasan itong si Bongbong at VP Sara. Kinalaban niya si Romualdez sa Peking People's Initiative at yung mga fake signatures. So it is improper to even insinuate na kasama siya sa grupo ng senador that are apparently pushing for a constitutional amendment. He risked his position as Senate President para harangin ang chacha ni Romualdez. Tapos ngayon, ilalumpin mo siya sa mga tao ni Romualdez that apparently wants to change the Constitution.
Madam President, the point of order. Under Section 93, 94, 95 on unparliamentary acts and language, I just want to point out that the video that the lady senator presented was obviously opinionated, a propaganda tool, right? It's should be stricken off the record, Madam President. And it's unparliamentary. We've seen videos presenting evidence on issues that are taken up on the floor. But to come up with an opinionated piece like that, ganong klaseng video na propaganda, na sowing intrigue. Kasi ako, Madam President, hindi naman ako sang-ayon sa people's charter change. I was the first one in this institution who fought that kind of move with the PI, and all of us together, kaming lahat, for the first time in the history of the Senate, 24 senators tumayo dyan at pinasapu natin yung Contra People's Initiative, na fake People's Initiative, na talagang kinall out natin yung lahat ng grupo ng tumutulak nun, from the Speaker and even Malacanang, kinalaban natin. Kaya wala kaming kinalaman dyan. Bakit sinama kami dyan sa propaganda na yan? Na dahil kami, Duwag 11? Ano ba yan? Bulaga 11? At grade 13? That should not be shown here. Because what will stop us now, Madam President, for that lady senator, that we come up also with a propaganda video here, papalabas din namin, yung mga sala nila. Oo, kung ano-ano, hindi naman kami ganyan. No? To gain traction, to gain views and publicity, will destroy our fellow colleagues here? Walang ganyanan. Hindi ako nagagalit. Kilala niyo ako. Ako pinaka-amiable dito. Mahal ko kayo lahat. Pero hindi tama yung pangyayaring iyon. Hindi ba? Kung galit po kayo, magsalita po siya dyan, magalit siya sa gobyerno niya. Magalit siya sa kapatid niya. Murahin niya kapatid niya. Inday-badiday na ba tayo dito sa Senado? Kaya sinasabi, we're a circus. I apologize to those who are watching. They think we're a circus. We are a circus because this type of language that we are pushing in this August chamber, it's unparliamentary, Madam President. It is unparliamentary. And I'll tell you now, these people here, ladies and gentlemen, in this body, are not in favor of any amendments to the Constitution. We just want to bring back the integrity of this same chamber. Cannot we discuss that as a group, as a body? That we fight for our integrity, for the good name to be brought back, for people like Jokno, people like Tanyada, people like Aquino, people like Salonga, even Frank Drilon, people like Miriam Defensor Santiago, Joker Arroyo, who stood here for what was the best times of our institution. Have we forgotten that and we've made it already like a circus, Madam Chair? I do not agree. Because I'm not Macamarcos. I'm not, so when you come up with a propaganda tool like that, hitting all of us, it makes us look that we are, nasa panig po kami ng mali at nasa panig po kami ng mga demonyo. May panindigan po kami lahat dito, Madam President. So therefore, you can see my passion on this. I move to strike the horrible propaganda video off the records of this great institution, Madam President.
Talagang nakakaya itong video na pinresent ni Amy Marcos over some stupid fake news shit. That I wouldn't be surprised kung mapuno ang salop ni Loren Legarda at bumalik siya sa kanila Soto to push for Gatchalian as Senate President, lalo na at sa ginawa ni Amy Marcos sa nangyaring putukan sa Senado. At mahigit sa lahat, the fact na ang mga kasama niya sa majority maraming kaso o at the very least maraming alegasyon ng korupsyon. Does she really want to be with that company? Nang marami pang senador ang pumalag sa video denouncing it as hausyaw o puro fake news lang ayon kay Tulfo, Pangilinan, Risa Ontiveros at Bam Aquino. So, I guess we could do some supercut ng kanilang mga rason kung bakit sila nagsisecond ng motion ni Mig Zubiri.
Mabuti po sana kung facts-based po yung mga iprinisip na kanina. Haka-haka lamang po. Akala ko nga po, fake news yung pinapanood ko, which I believe is fake news, which I believe is just an opinion, an idea of one person or one group, Madam President. I think, so I therefore seconded the motion that that video recording be stricken off the records of the Senate. Thank you, Madam President.
Fake news has no place in this plenary hall, Mr. President. And I say this by presenting the facts, Mr. President. This representation was chairman of the Constitutional Amendments Committee from August 12 until May 11. And the records will speak for itself. Sabi nga nila, we should seek the truth from the facts and not from disinformation video propaganda. What are the facts? From August 12 until May 11, Mr. President, the Committee on Constitutional Amendments never held hearings on constitutional change. That in itself is proof, Mr. President, that this haka-haka, this conspiracy to commit or to amend the Constitution for whatever reason, self-serving, term extension, NOEL, etc. These are lies, Mr. President. At least in this plenary hall and in this chamber, the Senate did not entertain charter change under my watch as chairman of the Committee on Constitutional Amendments.
Meron bang nakafile na Chacha o CONAS o CONCON ngayon in the 20th Congress? Palagi ko wala. Sabi po ni Senator Pangilinan, wala man silang napakinggan. Any motion, any bill on charter change, wala po. So kung sasabihin niyo po sa amin, ang rason kung bakit nagkaroon ng leadership change ay para pigilan ng isang CONAS o CONCON, ibig po sabihin yan, maraming naniwala sa fake news. Dahil hindi po totoo yan. Unang-una.
Madam President, I support the motion of Senator Mig Zubiri to strike sa record yung video presentation ni Senator Amy Marcos. I've been in public service broadcasting sa media for almost 30 years now. First time na ako nakita ng hausyaw presentation.
Ang nakakatawa lang ay yung video ni Amy Marcos na sinisisi yung staff niya dahil sabi raw nito, makakalusot ito at malamang makakakuha siya ng pa-viral internet points dahil sa kanyang katapangan kuno na maghasik ng baseless at walang kwentang video.
Sabi mo, okay lang yung video. Therefore, the one who approved it, she just came on joking. That thirsty woman from
Kasi nga alam nila na itong record na to, na itong video na ito, hindi dapat masama sa records ng Senado because it is fake news, it is stupid, it is bullshit, it is everything that should not be admitted into the records of the Senate.
We recognize once again Senator Amy Marcos.
Yes, maraming salamat po, Ginang Pangulo. At tunay na nakaka-offend ng mga sentimiento na nagkalat sa SOCMED na siyang nilaman ng videong ipinakita. Subalit nakaka-offend din kasi yung mga sinasabi ng ilang senador tungkol sa akin na sadyang sinungaling, na lahat daw na lumalabas sa bibig ko ay lahat all BS, outright lies, at yung iba pa may pahaging na kinakailangan daw ako ipasok sa mental institution. Pero isang tabi na natin yan. Susumiti ako sa hiling ng ating SP Alan na i-withdraw ang video kung yan ang gusto. Sana kapalit niyan, ipangako natin lahat sa ating taong bayan na walang term extension na mangyayari at na may eleksyon sa 2028. Yun lang po ang aking hinihiling.
Sinisisi niya pa nga ang mainstream media kuno with a weird nod to the INC at halik sa mga Duterte. Although, are we really surprised? Are we really surprised na itong mga to walang pake kung ano ang fake news, kung nilalapastangan ba nila yung institusyon, yung...
Kaya ba binaliwala ang panawagan ng taong bayan? Kaya ba binaliwala ang paalala ng Iglesia ni Cristo?
Hindi po nagbabago ang bilin ng Iglesia ni Cristo, Nelson, na ang Iglesia ni Cristo po ay tutol sa impeachment.
Kaya ba nagtatapang-tapangan ang mga umaastang bida sa ginagawa nilang tunay na drama? Higing isa ng malaking sindikato ang pamahalaan. Sinusuportahan ito ng mga dating kalaban, mga tinulungang manalo noong nakaraang eleksyon, mga may galit sa nagdaang administrasyon. Lahat sila kasama ng pinakamalaking troll farms at ilang bahagi ng mainstream media ay pinagagana ng dalawang bagay. Pera galing sa korupsyon, galit sa mga Duterte. Mahalaga ang liderato ng Senado para sa mga korap at nakasandal sa mga buwaya ng kapangyarihan.
At yan ang pagtatapos ng News and Worthy Recap Weekly Edition for roughly the 4th week of May 2026. Mag-suggest more topics and our crashes na balitas if you feel I'm representing them in any way. Salamat sa panonood mga kaibang. For me, like, subscribe, follow my links sa socials and for Joseph that will be linked down below. So sustainably, of course. Paalam. Peace.